Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the timeless words of one of history's wisest men, King Solomon. Proverbs 1 introduces us to a path filled with wisdom, guidance, and moral insight. But what exactly is Solomon trying to tell us in these profound verses? By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of how his teachings can shape and transform your everyday life. Proverbs 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. 2. For gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight. 3. For receiving instruction in prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair. For giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. 5. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. 6. For understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddles of the wise. 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. 8. Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. 9. They are a garland to grace your head, and a chain to adorn your neck. 10. My son, if sinful men entice you, do not give in to them. 11. If they say, come along with us, let's lie in wait for innocent blood. Let's ambush some harmless soul. 12. Let's swallow them alive, like the grave, and whole, like those who go down to the pit. 13. We will get all sorts of valuable things and fill our houses with plunder. 14. Cast lots with us. We will all share the loot. 15. My son, do not go along with them. Do not set foot on their paths. 16. For their feet rush into evil. They are swift to shed blood. 17. How useless to spread a net where every bird can see it. 18. These men lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush only themselves. 19. Such are the paths of all who go after ill-gotten gain. It takes away the life of those who get it. 20. Out in the open wisdom calls aloud. She raises her voice in the public square. 21. On top of the wall she cries out. At the city gate she makes her speech. 22. How long will you, who are simple, love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery and fools hate knowledge? 23. Repent at my rebuke. Then I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make known to you my teachings. 24. But since you refuse to listen when I call, and no one pays attention when I stretch out my hand. 25. Since you disregard all my advice and do not accept my rebuke. 26. I in turn will laugh when disaster strikes you. I will mock when calamity overtakes you. 27. When calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelm you. 28, then they will call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but will not find me. 29, since they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. 30, since they would not accept my advice and spurn my rebuke. 31, they will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. 32, for the waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. 33, but whoever listens to me will live in safety and be at ease, without fear of harm. Imagine an ancient world where wisdom was valued as treasure, more precious than gold or silver. King Solomon starts Proverbs by laying out its purpose: to gain wisdom, instruction, and insight into wise behavior. In a world filled with distractions and noise, we often struggle to discern truth from deception. Solomon's opening verses remind us that wisdom is not only knowledge, but a guide to living a morally strong and purposeful life. Solomon then declares something powerful. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. But what does he mean by fear? It's not about being afraid, but rather it's about reverence, awe, and respect for the Creator. By aligning ourselves with this understanding, we acknowledge that true wisdom begins with humility before God. Next, Solomon issues a strong warning against being led astray by sin and foolish choices. He personifies the voice of a father and mother, calling out to young people, urging them to avoid paths that lead to ruin. He warns against the allure of quick gains and sinful paths that ultimately lead to destruction. This is where wisdom becomes practical, to help us avoid choices that bring temporary satisfaction but lasting harm. Then Solomon takes us to a powerful image, a woman, wisdom, calling out in the streets, in the marketplaces, at the gates of the city. Wisdom isn't hidden or exclusive. It's there for everyone who seeks it. Wisdom calls us to listen and turn from simple-mindedness. But here's the challenge. If we ignore wisdom's call, we face consequences. Solomon emphasizes that wisdom is both a gift and a responsibility. Solomon delivers a sobering message about what happens when we ignore wisdom's call. Those who reject wisdom find themselves in trouble and distress, with no one to turn to for help. This is a warning to all of us, not to dismiss wise counsel or ignore the promptings of our conscience. Wisdom offers us a safe path, but rejecting it can lead to chaos and sorrow. Finally, Solomon leaves us with a promise of hope. He tells us that those who listen to wisdom will live in safety and be at ease, without fear of harm. Imagine that, living a life without fear because you have followed the path of wisdom. It's not just about safety from physical harm, but a deep, inner security that comes from aligning your life with truth. Proverbs 1 teaches us that wisdom isn't just for scholars or prophets. It's for everyone. Solomon's words offer us a choice and a path toward wisdom, peace, and purpose. What stood out to you the most in this chapter? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more insights from Proverbs, don't forget to subscribe.